WYNY, New York, Country 97.
Good evening, I'm Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Our program is called Sexually Speaking. Our telephone number in the United States, Canada, and the Virgin Islands is toll-free 1-800-635-5483. That's 1-800-635-5483. My producer is Susan Brown. My engineers are Elizabeth Rawson and Warren van der Weer. And let me also welcome the station that just joined us, 96 CHNS, Nova Scotia. I'm telling you, people, we are going all over this country and Canada and the Virgin Islands. Also, let me tell you that those of you who are not going to get through tonight, next week I'll be taping a special program from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and will also be on our regular time, 10 to 12 Eastern Time. I also have something else to tell you. I just came back from Europe. And I was in Sweden and Switzerland and Germany. And especially in Sweden, I have to tell you, it is really very interesting that all over Europe, and despite the fact that sex education really started in the schools in Sweden many years ago, it is amazing that the questions that I did get were very, very similar to all of those things that we are discussing here. Even in Switzerland on television, I did say the word orgasm and I did say the word premature ejaculation, and the Swiss host, a young man, didn't even blush. When and then I said to him something. I said, "What's the matter with you?" I spoke in German. "You don't even blush," and the whole audience roared with laughter. So they are having the same concerns about finding a boyfriend and finding a girlfriend, and should they live together before getting married? Should they get married first, depending on religious backgrounds? All of the same concerns, sexually speaking and relationship-wise, are the same that we have here. They do have less knowledge about sex therapy. They do have sex education in the schools, but not so much about sex therapy the way we have in this country for Masters and Johnson and Helen Singer Kaplan. All of the knowledge that we do have. Also have to tell you that abortion is not legal in Switzerland. And women who do want or need an abortion do have quite some difficulties convincing the psychiatrist that they really absolutely want one, and it's not easy. The other thing that they do have, condoms are available all over Europe, much more visible. For example, in Sweden, I saw condoms being sold in supermarkets. Now, when that day will arrive here, we are going to applaud, because, as you do know, I'm terribly concerned about both aspects in terms of unwanted pregnancies and also in terms of that dreadful disease of AIDS. Everybody in Europe is also concerned about that disease. Maybe what we ought to institute is that radio stations should dispense condoms. Maybe every caller who calls in should get a box of condoms. I see Warren, the chief engineer, the big shot here, getting a big smile on his face, because maybe he does agree. I think at least the one thing that's terrific about this program is that we here can talk about it, and that we can dispense some information that hopefully is helping a lot of people. All right, here we go. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Dr. Ruth?
Yes.
My name is Paul, and I'm calling from Toronto, Canada.
Hello there, Toronto, Canada.
Yeah, and I'm just thrilled to be talking with you.
Thank you.
Well, my problem is that, I'm 18 and my girlfriend's 17.
Yes.
And, she's still a virgin.
Yes.
And the problem seems to be when I try to penetrate her, that she goes through too much pain.
Yes, hold it. First, let me ask you an important question.
Yes.
Does she want to engage in sexual activity?
Yes, both me and her have discussed it with one another, and, we're both ready for it.
Okay. Are you using a contraceptive?
Of course.
Bravo. Okay. Then I would say maybe she ought to go to see a gynecologist first. Look, if there's pain, it's no pleasure for you, right?
Exactly.
Because you don't want to hurt the woman that you love. Sometimes it might just be a question of her being scared. Let me tell you what I would suggest. One is a visit to the gynecologist, either at a Planned Parenthood center or her gynecologist. The next thing that I would like to ask you, when you do engage in sex, are the two of you in a place where you are alone, where you don't have to worry that somebody will walk in?
Both me and her decided on a place where we would do it.
Okay, and so that there's no worry about somebody walking in?
No
okay.
worry at all.
Okay, then if the gynecologist says that everything is all right, then one of the things that she should do is, despite the fact that she's probably lubricating when you stimulate her, is she? Is she wet down there?
Yes.
Okay. She could put her behind on a pillow, and this way penetration is going to be easier. But also I would like to tell you that if she is worried about it, then she tenses the muscles. And that's what brings about, some pain. So make sure that the two of you really want it, that you are protected, that she's protected, and ask a gynecologist.
Okay, then.
Did you ever bring her to orgasm by stimulating her clitoris?
Yes, orally.
Orally, great. And that works fine?
Yes, it does.
Good. And you can ejaculate when you rub against her?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe just needs a little bit more time.
I see.
Okay?
Okay, then. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for calling from Canada.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Hello, you're on there.
Dr. Ruth,
Yes,
I want to start out by saying I think your show is wonderful.
thank you.
I've been listening for a couple months now, and this is the first time I've gotten through.
Wait a moment, I hear some noise there. Is your radio shut?
No, I've got it turned down.
Okay, turn it down even a little more because I hear some voice. Okay, now talk to me. All right? Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, my name's Denise, and I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Yes?
And my problem is I've been seeing this guy off and on about a year now.
Yes.
We've known each other about 4. We dated for 2 years in high school, and then he went away to college, and when he came back at Christmas time, he said that we should break up because it wasn't fair him being away in Texas and me being up here.
Right.
Well, I agreed with him that we'd remain friends. It
Yes.
wasn't a harsh breakup or anything like that.
Right.
And when he came back, we started seeing each other again, just as friends. But every time I suggest that we do something together or go somewhere, he doesn't want to do it. He wants to stay at his place, which is a farm out in the country. And it kind of makes me mad.
Yes.
Because, he expects me to do what he wants to, but he doesn't want to do anything I want to do.
But wait a moment. There might be a reason. He doesn't want to take you to a movie. He doesn't want to take you to a restaurant.
When I suggest it, no. But when he wants to do it, he expects me to jump and do it.
I see. So it's not that he doesn't want to be seen with you.
Yeah, that's true. We've been seen together, many a time.
Right. Did you ever discuss that with him? Did you ever say, look, it has to be really a little bit a give and take? Sometimes when you want it and sometimes when I want it?
I haven't discussed it to him face-to-face because of my work schedule. And I wrote a letter to him explaining this.
Yeah.
And he wrote back saying that living on a farm, he can't just pick up and go like I can. Well, I just can't pick up and leave anytime I want to. The only time we get to see each other is when I have the weekend off.
Yeah, but let me ask you something. He's going to go back to college?
No, he's finished with his college now. He's been back since last October.
Okay, are you very interested in him or not so much?
I am dearly interested in him. I have told him how I felt many a time.
Then I think you should give it a chance. Then even if it is when you want to go someplace and he can't leave, give him a chance and don't insist. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Ruth.
Yes?
Hey, I'm calling from Florida,
Hello there.
and I'm 18 years old.
Yes?
And just like everybody else, I love your show. I listen to you all the time.
Thank you, and I love to hear it.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes.
It's like I was reading the newspaper the other day as an article, and it said that if you use a condom when you have sex, you can still get AIDS. I was wondering if that was true, and like, what are the chances?
Yeah. Look, I want to tell you something. I have no answer to that. And as you know from having listened to me, when I don't know, I say I don't know. I don't ever, play games. And I have read the same articles that you have read, and I just don't know. All I can say is that hopefully the sexual contacts that you have, that they are safe. I don't think that there's such a thing as safe sex, but I'm talking about safer sex. And that the only other thing that I can say is that hopefully we'll find a cure very soon.
Are they getting closer to that? Or?
I met a gentleman, a researcher from Washington, an American, at an airport right now while I was traveling in Europe, and he's working on a kind of a vaccine. He says, yes, we are nearer. But when I told him that every morning I opened the newspaper, hoping that there would be headlines that we found a cure, he says it's not so near. But they are working at it. Okay?
Like, do you know where it started? Like, how did AIDS start in the United States? Like, how did it?
Yeah, no, nobody really knows. Some people.
Do you think it could be from the immigrants from the boat lift?
No, some people say that it did start from people in Africa, from truck drivers, but we really don't know. We really don't know. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for calling.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yes?
How are you doing?
Very well.
This is Betty, and I'm calling from Dallas.
Hello there, Betty from Dallas.
You remember me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, well, we still haven't got you on successfully yet. I wrote the station, and I've called the station.
Terrific. I do remember when you called.
Well, I couldn't do anything. They haven't responded. I called in. The person that I talked to said that he couldn't do anything about it. But
Yes.
I don't know what I can do anymore. But at least I got through.
But at least you got through to talk to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was wondering, do you think there's a contraceptive that can, does it really matter what contraceptive you have as long as it is effective?
No, it really doesn't matter. As long as it works well for you and your partner. And that you check with your gynecologist or with the Planned Parenthood Center.
Yes. I thought that the pill was the best. And I didn't really, I told my husband it doesn't really matter as long as we're protected.
As long as the physician who gives you the pill says that this is the right pill for you and that this is what you should use, then that's terrific. Okay?
That's true. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Betty, and thank you very much for calling the station.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And I'll be back to your calls in just a moment.
Hysterectomy, fibroids, endometriosis, infertility, words that frighten every woman. And until recently, there was no alternative to losing one's uterus or remaining infertile. Now, in many cases, there may be new hope. Dr. Martin Greenberg, Medical Director of Reproductive Medical Services, a gynecologist and specialist in laser surgery, has shown how laser surgery may offer an option to hysterectomy and a treatment of infertility problems caused by endometriosis, blocked tubes, and scar tissue. While laser surgery is not the answer to every gynecological problem, Dr. Greenberg has shown significant results in treating infertility problems and in many cases eliminating the need for hysterectomy due to fibroid tumors. If you have fibroid tumors or an infertility problem, call Dr. Greenberg's office at Reproductive Medical Services for a consultation. The number is 212-410-6900, and there are 2 convenient offices at Park Avenue in Manhattan and 41st Avenue in Flushing. The call could possibly change your life. Reproductive Medical Services, 212-410-6900.
For healthy fun, there's lots for us to do. For homeless kids, there's special programs too. We learn about the facts of life, the facts of school, the facts of getting jobs and keeping cool. I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. I started out when I was very small, and they're still helping now that I am tall. I learned the way to get along, about fair play. They help me learn to face the world today. I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society.
Our telephone number in the United States and Canada is 800-635-5483. And for those of you who can't get through tonight, next week I'll be taping a special program from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and then we'll also be on our regular time from 10 to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure, put down that telephone number to call us toll-free. From 7 to 9, the special program is also toll-free. 1-800-635-5483. Hello, you're on there.
Hi, Dr. Ruth. Well, this is the first time I've listened to your show, and I'm really surprised I got on. But
yeah.
My name's Stephen, and I'm 20 years old, and
Where are you calling from?
Calgary, Canada.
Terrific. Hello there from Calgary. Go ahead.
And
Do you have snow already or not yet?
pardon?
Do you have snow already or not yet?
Not yet. It should be about another month or so.
Okay.
There's this girl I know, and I've known her for about a year and a half now.
Yes.
And for the past couple of months, I've been trying to get into a serious relationship with her.
Yes.
But every time I approach her with the question, she can't help but think about an old fiance, an old flame she had overseas. But he's now engaged to be married in July. And
He's engaged to be married to somebody else.
yes.
And she still...
And she can't help but think of him. Or another, like, in the year and a half, she's had other boyfriends as well. And every time I approach her with the question, she brings up all the bad experiences she's had with the other boyfriends.
So it's not just this one particular...
It's many others. Yeah.
many others.
Like about 4 or 5. And
Yeah.
like I really know her well, and we get along great. And I've asked her once already, but she said she wanted to be friends until she found out whether this guy overseas is going to really go through with the marriage or not. And now it's for sure that he is going to go through with it, and she's still not sure if she wants to have a serious relationship with her.
Yeah,
But-
Stephen, I have to tell you something. It doesn't sound good for you. Because if it were only this one man, then I would say, look, she was very attached or very much in love, and it didn't work out. But when she says to you that it's this one overseas, but it's also some of the others, means that she's not really in love with you. She's not really interested. Maybe if you say, okay, that you, Stephen, are going to look for another girl, maybe she's going to say, "Oop, hold it, I don't want to lose him." Maybe. Maybe she's saying, let me hold on to him.
Okay.
But just for you to wait around like this, because you do want a serious relationship with her, I do not think that you're going to win.
Okay.
All right?
Yep. Thank you very
But
much.
you know what, Stephen?
Pardon?
Do me a favor.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, call me from Calgary. And if I'm right, call me also.
Okay.
Okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Dr. Ruth.
Yes?
Hi, my name's Jeff. I'm calling from Michigan.
Yes?
I wanted to say I really love your show.
Thank
I've
you.
learned a lot from it.
Thank you very much.
My situation is this. I'm 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I've had several girlfriends over the past few years. I've done pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
It's been about 6 months since my last relationship broke up.
Mm-hmm. Did you break up or did she?
It was mutual,
Okay.
pretty mutual.
Mm-hmm.
And in the interim,
Mm-hmm.
about 3 months ago, a guy came to work at my office,
Mm-hmm.
and he and I have become really, really close friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really incredibly close friends.
Mm-hmm.
And lately I've begun to wonder if maybe I'm falling in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've never had any homosexual impulses in my entire life.
All right. Is
Never-
he a homosexual?
Hmm?
Is he a homosexual? Is
Not
the
as
other
far as I
man a
know.
Mm-hmm.
Not as far as I know. In fact, he is dating somebody right now,
A woman?
a woman,
Yeah.
and it's going pretty well.
Yeah.
But just from the way I feel when I'm with him and when we're together and everything,
Mm.
I'm really beginning to suspect that maybe I'm falling in love, and I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to say anything, whether to not say anything.
Wait, hold it. In my opinion, but which is only an opinion because, you know, that's all I can do over the air.
Sure.
In my opinion, do not say a word.
Okay.
If he were a homosexual and you would say that you are falling in love, that's a different story.
Right.
But if you say to me that he has a girlfriend or he's seeing somebody, he's going out with somebody, then you might destroy the relationship.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, and you know what? If you say to me that that's what you're afraid of, take that very seriously.
Okay.
Because you know what it means? It means that maybe deep down you know that this is what would happen. He might get so frightened and so upset about that thought even,
Yeah.
that you are destroying a wonderful friendship.
That's the one thing I've been afraid of, but at the same time...
It doesn't matter if you dream about him. It doesn't matter if you masturbate by thinking about him.
But it's really, I mean, it's starting to make it difficult. And he and I are not, we don't keep secrets from each other, and it's very difficult.
But you'll just have to. You'll just have to keep that secret. Tell me something else.
Sure.
Jeff. Jeff is your name, right?
Right.
Yeah. Jeff, tell me something else. Are you attracted also to other men?
No, I never have, and I've never noticed anything.
So it's only with this friend because you're very intimate.
Right. Right.
Try very hard not to let it happen that you are in some kind of a situation where you might make an advance to him, like getting drunk or so forth.
Okay.
Don't do that.
All right.
Just keep the relationship and keep your eyes open and find yourself another girlfriend.
That's what I've been trying to do,
Yeah.
but
Go
it's
out
been a little difficult.
But sometimes there are some periods where it doesn't work so well.
Right.
But go out and try very hard.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, you are on the air.
Yeah, Dr. Ruth?
Yes?
Hi, yeah, this is Gary from Miami.
Yes? Hi there, Gary.
Hi. You had a caller just a little bit ago that mentioned something about contraceptives, and you said just recommend whatever the doctor
Yes.
suggests. Well, I want you to tell all your listeners and everything that if they even recommend IUDs, to stay away from them.
Right.
Okay, the reason why is I have a personal experience. My wife and I, she had one place in there, before we were married, and we got married, and it ruined her fallopian tube. Okay, basically she had an infection, and we didn't realize this till about 4 years ago when we started to have, try to have children.
Right.
And then we went through all the processes of having everything checked, and we found out that the tubes were blocked. Now we're into an in vitro program.
Yeah.
That, matter of fact, my wife is in a clinic as of right now.
Right.
Okay, because she has to go before me to get all the Clomid and Porganol and everything else taken.
Right.
There's no reason for me to go there right now, but she's up there, and I'm going to be leaving tomorrow night to go up there and, join her. But it was determined that an IUD did cause the problem, and that, you just mentioned whatever the physician said, suggested, to use that.
I really do appreciate that you did call, because for some people an intrauterine device, I know that less and less women use them. And for some women it might just not be the right choice. And I appreciate that you're calling. So now are they trying for you to get her pregnant?
Yeah, this is going to be, well, we had one in vitro earlier about 6 months ago, and they froze a few eggs, and we went to that. This will be actually our third try. And it's, it's a long process to go through and everything. I've learned a lot about, how babies are made.
Yeah, I hear that. Because I'm sure that you're becoming an expert on when to make love. Also, in terms,
we don't have a choice when to make love. The doctors do everything by extracting the eggs out, and everything is fertilized on the outside. But basically, it's just that the IUDs, and the physician actually recommended the IUD for her.
Yeah.
And I just want to let everybody out there.
Did it stay in did she carry the IUD for a long time?
She actually had it replaced like twice. And
because some women have an IUD and have no trouble with it.
Correct.
But what I do, I appreciate you letting everybody know, and I also wish you lots of luck and a lot of babies.
At least one, anyway.
Thank you very much for calling.
Okay, Dr. Ruth, thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, you are on the air.
Yes, Dr. Ruth.
Yes.
Hi, I'm calling from New York.
Yes.
I've got a problem I wonder if you can help me out with.
I will try.
I'm 34, and about 8 months ago, I've got out of a alcoholic drug rehabilitation center. And I've been married for about 14 years, and where it wasn't a problem before, it's a problem now of having sex. It's just like my desire isn't there to have any, and my wife, needless to say, is a little frustrated.
Of course. Now, first of all, what you can do is to satisfy her. Do you know how to bring her to orgasm with your finger?
Yeah, I've done that, but myself, I haven't at all.
You have no erections whatsoever?
Well, yeah, and then it just
disappears?
Yeah.
Okay. The first thing to do is to visit a urologist, because you want to know if there's any problem with the blood flow into the penis. The other thing is that maybe there are some unresolved worries, because if you are anxious about having an erection, that's when there's the difficulty of having one. Then, if you worry, will I have an erection or will I not have an erection?
Yeah, I do that quite a bit.
Yeah, do you do that?
Yeah, I stay up and wait for her to go to sleep until I go to bed.
Oh dear, not good. I tell you what you have to do. Number 1, a urologist. Number 2, a sex therapist, because that's not going to disappear by itself. And what you are doing is like an avoidance pattern.
Oh, yeah.
You let her go to sleep so that you don't have to face her wanting to have sex. So go and... Do you know how to masturbate?
I've never done it now.
You don't do it?
No.
Go and see a urologist first, okay?
Okay.
Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you very much.
And good luck to you.
Thank you much. Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And I'm Dr. Ruth Westheimer, and this is Sexually Speaking. A couple of times lately, I have had letters or questions about a topic that I would like to talk about for a few minutes. Sometimes partners, either in a marriage or in a relationship, are very upset when they happen to come about their spouse or their boyfriend or girlfriend masturbating, thinking that would mean that they are no longer sexually attracted to them, or that they are tired of them or need another partner and so forth. And sometimes it actually leads to very unhappy occurrences. It leads to a way of that person thinking that they're not needed anymore. And since up until now, up until we had a program like this, people used not to talk about masturbation. People really are not aware of this, that for some people, even in the best of relationships, it is perfectly all right for one or the other partner to gratify himself or herself if that's what they feel like at that moment. I'm not saying all the time, because then they don't need a partner, of course. But from time to time, it is perfectly all right for a husband or a wife to give themselves an orgasm without the other person having to feel right away that the relationship is over, or that there's something drastically wrong, or that there's something missing in that sexual relationship. It is really important to say that, and in most marriages, in most relationships, this does happen from time to time, and it is all right. I do hope that this helps a lot of people out there. Okay? Our telephone number in the United States and Canada is 800-635-5483. And let me tell you that those of you who can't get through tonight, I'm going to tape a special program next Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll have our regular program from 10 to 12 Eastern Time. And the phone calls are toll-free, even from 7 to 9. And the number is 1-800-635-5483. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Ruth.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Cheryl, and I'm calling from New Jersey.
Yeah, hi there, Cheryl.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
I want to tell you that I admire you and respect you immensely. You are my idol.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Cheryl.
I'm calling for a friend. She's
Yes.
my roommate. Her name is Lisa.
Yes,
She's 20 years old,
yes.
and recently she met a young man of 28, and his name is Reed. And she was set up kind of on a blind date. Well, he was really nice, but she said he's almost like to the point of being pathetic. And she feels really bad, but he's like talking very seriously with her, and it's kind of scaring her off. She wants
What is pathetic about it?
it's the way that he acts. He's talking about getting serious and how he'll take care of her. And
On the first date?
yes,
Oops. I would worry about that.
she wants to, kind of get rid of him, but she doesn't want to be mean to him because she
There's-
said, he's very nice, and she doesn't.
Hold it. Cheryl, if Lisa, that's her name?
Yes, her name's Lisa.
If Lisa doesn't want to go out with this man, Reed, then there is just no nice way of doing it. There is just the only responsibility she really has is not to string him along. If she knows that this is not a relationship for her, this is not a man for her, then it is not important how pathetic, it is not important, whatever it is, she has an obligation to tell him that this is not a relationship.
Right.
Because to string him on is certainly not going to do him any favors.
Right. That's true.
So if she can't say it, because sometimes people have trouble saying it, then she should write him a note.
That's a good idea.
She doesn't have to say it because, the saying, then there's a confrontation and then there might be tears. And there's nothing wrong with tears and a confrontation if it is productive. If two people know they're going to stay together, that they're going to have a relationship together. If they have a discussion and a confrontation, it's great. Having a confrontation with somebody where she knows very well already that this is not going to lead to any relationship is useless.
Right.
Tell her after you finish talking to me, call her up and tell her to write a letter. Okay?
Okay, thank you. And I want to tell you, I gave Susan Brown my address. If you're ever near here, I want you to come for dinner or lunch.
Are you a good cook?
Yes, I am.
That's terrific. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for calling for your friend Lisa.
Okay.
Bye. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Dr. Ruth.
Yes?
Hi, my name is Angel, and I'm from New Jersey.
Hello there, Angel.
Hi. I read in some magazines that if you masturbate too much, it can be dangerous to your health.
Only if you do it all day long. How often do you do it, Angel?
Like 2 times a day?
2 times a day and every time you ejaculate?
Yes.
And you also go to school?
Yes.
And you also work?
No.
Well, you go to school?
Yes.
And you eat?
Yes.
And you sleep?
Yes.
And you engage in some sports?
No.
Why?
Because I'm more like the studious type.
You're more the studious type.
Right.
Okay. As long as you don't have any pain, as long as you don't feel that you're taking away from any other activity, there's nothing wrong. All right?
All right, Dr. Ruth.
Yes?
I can't seem to find your book anywhere.
Really?
Really? I can't find it.
Go to the library or in...
They don't have it.
Then go to any bookstore because it's out in paperback. And they should have it. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, you're on the air.
Dr. Ruth?
Yes?
My name is Barb.
Hi, Barb.
And I've been separated for a year now.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband...
You were married?
Yes,
Yes.
I've been married 4 years.
Yes.
We have 2 children.
Yes.
And we've been separated for a year. This is our second separation. And
You mean once you separated and you got back together
Yes.
again? Yes.
And, like, it was from him fooling around on me.
Yes.
And he keeps on saying that he loves me, didn't mean to do it, and all this stuff. And then he goes out and finds somebody else. He wanted to go for marriage counseling.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't bother telling me he was dating somebody. We went to get counseling, and then I found out the day later that he was dating somebody.
Hmm.
And I just don't know what to do.
Did you discuss it with a counselor?
We never got that far.
I think you should get a social worker, especially when there are 2 children involved, and discuss it with the social worker first.
Mm-hmm.
So that the social worker should also see your husband.
Mm-hmm.
And she then can determine.
Like, there was a lot of, in our marriage, there was a lot of mental abuse, too.
So definitely there should be a social worker. Because only a social worker, by talking to you, can determine if there's any hope for this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ruth.
Thank
I
you.
love your show.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Ruth. This is Beverly from Massachusetts.
Hello there, Beverly.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
I've been married for almost 2 years, and I have 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be very sexual active with my husband before we got married, but now I don't seem to be, as happy having sex with him. And I'm wondering what I can do to improve it.
Is when you say not as happy, you don't feel like it, or even when you do engage in sex, you don't have orgasm?
Well, once I'm there, I'm fine. It's just getting to that point.
Yeah, is it also because you're tired because of the children?
No, I just don't get as horny anymore as I used to.
Mm-hmm. Look, a little bit, it probably has to do that one is not as sexually aroused with a partner that you've been with for a while, as you were before, but you have to do something about it.
Yeah.
What does your husband say about it?
He doesn't mind. He gets a little frustrated every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But he asks me, is it him? And I say, no, it's just once I get there, once I'm making love to him, I'm fine. I have orgasms and I'm all set, but it's just getting to the point. Like,
Is it also because the kids keep you terribly busy?
Yeah, they keep me quite busy.
Okay, I hear them in the background.
Yeah.
Could you get a weekend? Could you leave them with grandparents or somebody?
Yeah, I could do that.
Why don't you do that first? And also, I tell you something. The book that I wrote, A Guide for Married Lovers, has a whole bunch of kind of tips of what you can do to kind of make your sex life interesting again.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see, the first step you took already by calling me.
Yeah.
Because you already realize that there's something that you should do differently. And just to put sex on the back burner would be a pity, especially for somebody like you who enjoys it.
Yeah, I do. We have a good time. But it's just, I just can't get I'm never horny anymore. I used to always be. We used to drive down the street and turn around and come home just to have sex. Now I can't even get out of the house because I'm too tired and I just don't want to. I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah, but you see, what what's happening to you. Might have nothing to do with sex per se, but just with being very bogged down with child care, and all the other things that go with it.
Yeah.
So try. What else do you do? Do you take any courses? What do you do for yourself?
Well, I stopped working because I have 2 small children. I have a 3-year-old and I have a 6-month-old.
Right. So you're not working.
No, but
I understand. What do you do? Can you get a few hours, one afternoon a week, and so that you can go out and take a course or do something?
Oh yeah, I'm going to go back to work shortly. Maybe that will help once I get out.
I would think so. What did you do when you worked?
I worked for the state.
You worked for the... And can you? How are you going to manage with the kids? You're going to get a babysitter?
Grandparents.
Grandparents?
Grandparents are going to watch the little one, and my other son's going to go to school.
Terrific. And what it really means is that maybe when you are back at work and you're getting dressed and you're going out and you have lunch with your friends, that also might help.
Yeah, I'll feel better.
Don't wait for that.
No.
Already now, make plans for some weekend. Check into a motel with a waterbed.
We have a waterbed at home, a king size.
You have a king-size waterbed at home. Then I have a better idea for you. Farm the kids out.
Yeah.
Give, to each one of the grandparents, let them have the kid for a few hours. Are you still nursing?
No.
You're not breastfeeding?
No, she's on a bottle.
Great. And the in-laws or your parents are very happy to take her.
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it this weekend and make sure that on Sunday morning, don't have sex at night. Wait until the next morning.
The morning's always better, huh?
Yes.
Oh.
Because you will have rest. You will be rested. The testosterone level for your husband is going to be highest.
Uh-huh.
And make sure that you tell him that Sunday morning we are going to do it. You know why I'm saying that?
Yeah.
So that he shouldn't masturbate Saturday night.
Yeah.
So he should also be very horny.
Yeah.
And then you're going to go out tomorrow and you go and buy yourself a nice nightgown.
Uh-huh.
All right?
Okay.
And you plan it and don't start thinking, I don't really feel like it. Do it the other way around. Say to yourself, I want to feel exactly like I felt when I met him. When I went into the car, had to turn around because I was so horny, as you say, and had to get to bed with him. All right?
Okay.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Wait, are you going to let me know?
Yeah, I will. I'll try
Okay.
this Sunday. Well,
I'll think of you Sunday morning, all right?
okay.
Next Sunday you call me.
Oh, where can I get your book? Is it out now?
Yeah, it's out in paperback. It's called Dr. Ruth's Guide for Married Lovers.
For married lovers.
Yeah, out in paperback.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good luck. I know what Susan and Elizabeth and everybody else in this studio is going to think. Next Sunday morning, we are going to think of you. Okay? And hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Dr. Ruth.
Yes?
Oh, I'm nervous.
All right, don't say your name and just take a deep breath.
Okay.
Don't have to say your name.
All right.
Go ahead.
I have 3 things.
Yes.
First of all, I wanted to know, as far as oral sex goes, is a man deep down in his heart, does he enjoy it without having oral sex? Could it be just as good?
Okay, look, for some people, oral sex is just not their cup of tea. Or it might not be in their repertoire, and you don't have to feel bad about that. From what I hear, very many men really love it. But that doesn't mean that they have to have it.
I know, I've been told that. It's just that I always feel like I'm not a full woman, but yet I don't want to do it.
Then don't
And then
do
when
it.
the man wants to do it on me, I say no out of guilt.
Don't do that, because if you enjoy it, let him go down on you.
Uh-huh.
Enjoy the most orgasms that you can, and then just wait. Maybe next year you'll feel like doing it. Let me ask you something else.
Yeah.
Would you maybe not mind doing it if he wouldn't ejaculate in your mouth?
It has nothing to do with that.
It has nothing to do with that. Okay, then just let him go down on you and don't feel guilty. And who knows, it might be that later on you will feel like doing it. All right?
Okay, and the other thing is about condoms.
Mm-hmm.
Could they really be that satisfied? Because I wouldn't mind you taking the pill, but see, I have health problems, and my doctor doesn't want me to use the pill.
Okay,
and I argued with my doctor and everything.
No. Don't argue with the doctor if he says not to use it. And I'm not saying, from what I understand and from what men have told me, I'm not saying it's the same sensation, but it's certainly they're not better than not having sex. So let him use condoms. You know what you can do?
What?
Buy him condoms in different colors.
We do.
You do? Great.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, and the third thing that really upsets me is, like, I know a lot of women, they talk to each other about sex and they compare notes or whatever, but I think it's a private and personal thing.
Then don't do it.
Okay, and the thing that worries me is, like, a lot of times, like, when I first had sex, and, like, say a year or two after I had it, I was very surprised to find out that some women don't climax.
Right.
Now, in a night, like, when I like to have sex, I don't like just an hour. I like to make an evening, you know, like a dinner, and you know what I'm saying?
That's very nice.
And the thing I'm embarrassed about is, like, I thought all women climax 6 or 7 times a night.
Do you climax 6 or 7 times a night?
Yeah, I could even go more if I...
Oh, my gosh, you're a very lucky woman.
And then I get my boyfriend or whoever, you know, in the past,
Yeah.
they always tease me about it, and I get embarrassed. Like, a lot of times I hold out on the guy just so I don't climax.
No, don't do that. Don't do
I'm
that.
embarrassed.
Don't do that. Just enjoy it. And yes, there are women who have difficulties having an orgasm, and I hope that a program like ours helps them to go about getting help. Okay?
I didn't understand that.
What I'm saying is, yes, there are women who don't have orgasms. And a program like this one, Sexually Speaking, at least tells them, don't be unhappy. For a whole lifetime, go out and get help.
But,
And if you are having orgasms, more than one, just enjoy it. Don't hold...
make me weird or...
No. Okay? It's called it's called that you are multiple orgasmic woman.
What is that?
Okay?
All right, and I also wanted to say how much I like your program and everything. Everybody calls me Dr. Ruth.
That's great.
Because my friends and everyone always calls when they're upset or something. So now for years now, they've been nicknaming me Dr.
That's
Ruth.
great. I can use all the help I can get. Okay? Bye-bye. Thank you for calling.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. And I'll be back to your calls in just a moment. Dear Dr. Ruth, I am still a virgin, and I'm not sure how I really feel about it. Is it more common now for older girls to remain virgins until they find the right guy? And this is from a 19-year-old female. And I would say to you, don't worry about it. First of all, it doesn't matter what is more common, what is not common. It really only matters what you personally feel about it and how you feel about it. If you want to remain a virgin until the night of the wedding, do that. Don't let anybody tell you if these days somebody does or somebody doesn't. It is very important to not do anything just out of pressure. Because afterwards, first of all, if you remain a virgin and when you get married, you might find a guy who is ecstatic, who is very happy that you waited. That's really a very important aspect. But if you do have a sexual experience because you decide, then that's all right too. But you do know that I do suggest to use a contraceptive if you don't want to be pregnant. So the issue of being a virgin, really nobody can decide from up here from a studio. The only important aspect about that is how you really feel about it and not what is common and what is not common. And in addition to everything else, you're only 19 years old. You have a whole lifetime until the age of 99 to be sexually active. So don't rush it and don't say, hey, I'm still a virgin. Catastrophe, let me pick up the first guy and have a sexual experience. I would think that would be very sad. Good luck to you. I do hope that this helps. Goodbye. Our telephone number in the United States and Canada is 800-635-5483. And also I would like to tell you that for those of you who don't get through tonight, next Sunday, I'm going to tape a special program from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and then we'll be on our regular program 10 to 12 Eastern Time. And again, it's going to be a toll-free telephone number, the same one, 1-800-635-5483. Hello, you are on the air.
Hi, Dr. Ruth.
Yes?
Hi, I'm calling from Winnipeg.
Hello there from Winnipeg, Canada.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Hi, and I'm 20 years old.
Yes?
And I've just got a quick question. Okay, I'm involved in a long-distance relationship right now.
Mm-hmm.
And my boyfriend is living in Edmonton.
Yes.
And I just found out recently that he has to move to California for a job out there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really proud and happy that he's got the job. And the only problem is like I'm comfortable with the distance right now, but California is really far.
What does he say about it?
Well, he's mentioned that once he gets down there and he's settled and everything, that if I'm not happy here, then to move out there with him.
Mm-hmm. To move out there with him, or to get... How old are you?
I'm 20. We're both 20 years old.
You are. Mm-hmm. Does he say anything about getting married?
He's mentioned, like, he drops hints and everything, but it's just... I don't feel... Like, I don't want to pressure him or anything, so I just go along with him. Like he says, like he'll say, we can, we'll tell our kids about the trials and triumphs of being apart for so long.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I see him for about 5 days a month.
Mm-hmm. But you do see him 5 days each month?
Yeah.
And that will be the same in California?
No. That he's going out there for 2 years. And the first couple of months, it'll be all right. But then after that, it's...
Do you feel like moving there? Or are you worried?
I'm not worried. It would be different. It's just like I hear like the different lifestyles and everything out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I'm just
not
I wouldn't
easy.
regret it.
You mean you would regret if you would move out there?
No, I wouldn't regret it, but it's just like I don't know anybody out there.
Yeah, it's not easy. Would you live with him? Would you take an apartment together or not?
It all depends on how he's working, like how his job is. Just to see first, like because he said once he gets his job down.
So maybe you just have to be patient and see what develops.
Mm-hmm.
It might also be, look, he's only 20.
Mm-hmm.
You are both very young.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you just have to be patient and see what happens. Either it's going to work and you're going to move out there, or it will not work, and then at least you have had a wonderful relationship.
Yeah, it is a great relationship. It's excellent.
Yeah, you see, but then at least you have had a good relationship and you gave that relationship a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you for calling.
Thanks. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes?
Dr. Ruth?
Yes?
I would like some advice if you can give me some.
I will certainly try.
Okay, my husband is 49 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I am 22.
Mm-hmm.
And
how long are you married?
3 years,
Mm-hmm.
but I have been living with him for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And my ex-boyfriend had called me, and I went out with him, and I'm sort of confused, like, I don't know what to do, in between.
Does the ex-boyfriend, don't give names, all right? Does the ex-boyfriend say he wants to start again with you?
Yeah, and so do I, but...
Do you trust him? How did you end the relationship?
Well, because I still lived at home with my stepmother,
Mm-hmm.
and she made me break up with him. And I had to get out of the house because everything was happening there, and plus because she was going to throw me out.
Mm.
And when I was 16, I left with my husband.
Mm.
And so I never had gone out with anyone else before besides my ex-boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He's 20 years old. Okay.
He's 20 now?
Yes.
And you are 22?
Right. And my husband is 49.
Yeah. Do you have children?
No.
Mm. Do you want out of the relationship with your husband?
I do, but I asked him and he said no. There's no way.
Did you tell him that you met the boyfriend?
He knows.
He does know.
He picked me up right at the house.
I see. I tell you what, I think this is not something that I can be of help over the air. But you know what you should do tomorrow morning?
Mm-hmm.
you should call a social worker near where you, is there a hospital near you?
Yes.
Call the social service department and ask to talk to a social worker. Because that's something you really, either a social worker or a marital therapist. Okay. But I would say that first you should talk either to a psychologist or a social worker alone.
Right, because I had talked to my husband about it, but he doesn't want to listen, he doesn't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And
he doesn't want to lose you.
Right, he doesn't want to accept it.
Mm-hmm. So you should definitely have somebody, a psychologist or somebody, to discuss that with, so that you know what you want to do. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Good luck to you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes?
Dr. Ruth?
Yes?
I have a little problem.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going out with this girl for about 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And when we have sexual intercourse, right?
Mm-hmm.
We do a little foreplay in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then we start.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go on, we go on, and, like, it's too lubricated, and, like, she don't feel it, and I don't feel it.
But you know what worries me right away, and I'm running out of time before that commercial, but I want to tell you something. It worries me when you say a little foreplay. Most women need a lot of foreplay.
No, so we do a lot of foreplay.
Oh, you do a lot of foreplay?
Yeah, we do.
And what's the problem?
She gets too lubricated, and I don't feel it, she don't feel it, and, like, we're both not satisfied. It really bothers us. Sometimes we even fight about it.
Fighting about it is not going to be of help. First of all, take a towel or some Kleenex, and even when you are inside the vagina, if it is very wet, just pull out and let her clean herself. Or you clean her.
We do that, but I don't know, that seems like there's a problem somewhere.
Then she has to go to see a gynecologist. Maybe she's losing some urine and doesn't even realize it. Tell her to go to a gynecologist.
Because in the beginning, we remembered it wasn't that wet at all.
Okay, go and tell her that you will go with her to see a gynecologist, okay? Thank you for calling.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye. And I'm Dr. Ruth Westheimer, and this is Sexually Speaking.
From the beginning of time, young people have come to wise men seeking answers to such perplexing problems as, what is this sound of one hand clapping? Why does one's skin break out on the night of the prom? Or who put the rum in the Ramalama Ding Dong? But there is one vexing problem that even the wisest men have found most difficult to answer. How do you get a job without experience? And how do you get experience without a job?
The answer is cooperative education, a nationwide program that helps college students get real jobs at real pay while they're getting an education, by allowing them to alternate work assignments with college studies. For a free booklet on this program, write Co-op Ed, Box 999, Boston, Massachusetts, 02115. Not only will Co-op Ed help you pay your way through college, it can be very helpful paying your way afterwards.
I knew that.
A public service from the National Commission for Cooperative Education
and the Ad Council.
This is Mary Tyler Moore speaking for the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation. Before JDF was founded, little was known about diabetes and little was being done to fight this cruel disease. JDF has changed all that. In the last 16 years, they have funded millions of dollars for research. The results have been heartwarming and encouraging. Women with diabetes can now have successful pregnancies. Loss of sight, one of diabetes' most devastating complications, can now be treated, even prevented. And the progress continues. New drugs are being developed that may someday eliminate diabetic complications. We are funding research work on transplanting insulin-producing cells, funding experimental work with medications that may someday prevent diabetes. The promise of a cure gets closer. The Juvenile Diabetes Foundation. With your help, we will be known as the people who cured diabetes. Support us. Contact your local chapter.
WYNY, New York, Country 97.
Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Our program is called Sexually Speaking. Our telephone number in the United States, Canada, and the Virgin Islands is toll-free, 1-800-635-5483. My producer is Susan Brown. My engineers are Elizabeth Rawson and Warren Van de Veer. And Philip is listening in and watching to see how we do a program. And also let me tell you that I'm welcoming 96 CHNS from Nova Scotia because they just joined our listeners here. Also let me tell you right away that for those of you who can't get through tonight, next week I'll be taping a special program from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and then we'll be on our regular program from 10 to 12 Eastern Time. And the same toll-free number, and from 7 to 9, and from 10 to 12, which is 1-800-635-5483. Hello, you're on the air. Hello?
Yes. Hi, Dr. Ruth.
Yes?
I have two questions for you.
Go ahead.
My first one is, do all women have orgasms?
No. There are some women who have difficulties having an orgasm.
Because my boyfriend always kids me about it, and that, when we're making love and everything like that, he always wants me to do it, and that, and I feel like I can't.
You never had an orgasm?
I have had one or two, but,
What happens when you masturbate by yourself? Can you have an orgasm?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
Okay. When you have had one or two, but most of the time now with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
What happens? Does he engage in foreplay?
Yeah, he enjoys it when I did it those 2 times, but he thinks I should do it every time we have sex.
Mm-hmm. And so what happens usually when you have sex? He just it's too fast for you to have an orgasm, or what happens?
Well, it's not really too fast or anything. In my opinion, I feel like he's not hitting the right spot or something like that.
And did you ever take your hand and move his hand to the right spot?
Yeah, I've done that, and then it seems like he gives up and that, and then he says, well, why don't you stimulate your own self? And then, I can watch how you do it. But it seems like, I'd rather have him do it because...
But wait, I think he's right. If you would show him once or twice how you need to be stimulated, how you do it yourself, then it would be so much easier on him.
Okay, I'll try that next time.
Do that. Just take his hand over your hand, or take his hand and put your hand over it, and show him. Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
And my other question is, we've been going together for about a year now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 24, and he's 29. And we've only had, 2 fights since we've been going together. And we're really happy together and everything. We live in 2 separate places and that, so we're not really stuck on each other right now.
Yes.
But I'd like to live with him and everything for a year before I get married, or, if we ever do get married. But, it's like, I'll tell him that, he's the only one that I want and that I care for him, or shall I say I love him. And it seems he'll tell me he loves me and, and everything, but it seems like he has cold feet.
But I tell you something, if you pick that up, then you have to take that very, very seriously. If you pick up that he has second thoughts.
Well, it's not really he's having second thoughts or anything like that. It's that, he wants to get married, but it's like he's 29 years old, and some days he acts like he's 29, and other days he acts like he's, say, 22, and, he's...
So he fluctuates between those different, sometimes he's more mature than at other times.
Right.
What else makes you a little reluctant of thinking if that's the right guy for you?
Well, that's pretty much the only thing, he comes over here all the time, and or he takes me places. We always have fun together. That's pretty much the only thing is he has the cold feet. And then, like, sometimes he'll say, well, when I was 24 years old, I went out all the time. Well, I tell him he's a guy. It's easier for a guy to go out and pick up, people and everything like that. But
wait a moment, but I don't understand. He says that because he wants you to go out with other men?
Well, he wants me to be sure that he's the one. I think...
But it sounds to me as if maybe he is not sure, and maybe he wants you to rather break up than for him to break up. Could that be?
No, I met a lot of his old girlfriends and that, and it wasn't hard for him to break up with them. So... But
maybe it's more difficult because the two of you have had such a longer relationship.
No, because I'm not contradicting on what you're saying either, but
I'm just
he's
asking.
been with other people for like 5 years, 6 years.
But why would he doubt if you say that you really love him?
Right.
And that you really want to live with him and you want to marry him? What makes him doubt that you mean it?
My feelings on that is he's lived with other girls before, and I think that's what he's comparing me to them. And I like to kind of show him that I'm different from the other girls. That I'm to stop comparing me to them.
Yeah. What could be? It could be first of all that you don't have to make a decision right now at all. Just see what develops. And second, maybe you do want to talk to a psychologist. Because you might want to just clarify for both of you if that is the right relationship or not for the two of you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much
I'll
for
do
calling.
it. I'll call you back and tell you what happens in a year.
Absolutely.
Thank
No,
you very
even
much.
before that, all right?
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes?
Well, first of all, I want to praise you for your show. I've been listening.
Thank you.
What I wanted to ask you, I've been going out with I'm calling from Kearney, New Jersey.
Yes.
And I've been going out with a girl who's different color. I'm white and she's black for about last month. And what I want to know is how do I go about, revealing this to my parents?
Okay, first of all, how old are you?
24.
24. First of all, you are 24, therefore, your love life is your own. And nobody else's problem. And nobody else's business. But I tell you something. 1 month is really not enough.
Yes.
First, see if this relationship is holding.
Yeah.
If you are very much in love, and if the relationship is holding, then the question is how to tell your family. But first, I would wait. If the relationship is only 1 month old, I don't see the necessity of right away talking about it. All right?
Okay.
First of all, wait and see what develops and have a good time, and then approach the subject. Have you met her family?
No, I haven't. I'm too chicken to do that yet. I want to wait a little longer.
I agree with that. Because first see if you're just going to be friends or if you're going to be lovers.
Yeah.
All right?
Is there anything you could suggest reading or something?
No, I think that what you really should do is just use your own brain. Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, you're on the air.
Dr. Ruth?
Yes.
Hi, this is Lucy from Toronto.
Hello there, Lucy from Toronto.
Hi. I'm 21 years old.
Yes.
And I'm going out with a 23-year-old man. And I've been having a problem lately with him as far as spending time with him.
How come?
He's taken on another job because he feels he wants more money to, take me out and take me to expensive places and stuff like that. Now, it's getting to the point where I invite him to things, and I can't rely on him being there.
Wow.
And I was just wondering what I can do.
Well, first of all, you have to show him and tell him in no uncertain terms that he doesn't have to take an extra job for taking you out. that you are very happy to go out to maybe a McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't have that pressure of having to work extra.
Yeah. See, the time that I spend with him, like we've been going out almost a year,
Mm-hmm.
and the time that I spend with him is really good. Like we really have a good time together.
Right.
The only difference is, like, I have a cat and he's allergic to the cat, so we don't spend very much time together.
Why can't you be at his place?
He lives with his mother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and it's just like if we were to fool around or anything, it's like kind of quick, and then he's out, sort of thing, or else his allergies start bugging him. So the time that I do spend with him is very short, and you know, he's very good. Like I said, we've been going out almost a year now, and it's like when I talk to him on the phone, he turns around and he says to me that, you know, well, I'm sorry I can't be with you, but my job's really important.
Okay,
and
but I tell
know
you
it's
something.
cold, but
Yeah, that it sounds to me that there are going to be some problems ahead. Because on the one hand he works because he wants to have more money for you. Are you working?
Yes, I am.
When the two of you go out, do you go Dutch? Do you pay for yourself?
Not really. He just recently he's let me pay for tips, but other than that, he won't let me pay for anything else.
I think you should insist. Because if you would say, I'm going to pay myself, then you are going to have, he will feel less pressure. And then hopefully also you're going to have more time together. Otherwise, it looks to me as if this is going to be like a real problem.
Yeah. I also have a fear that, you know, maybe because I've talked about kids before and I've talked about, you know, kind of settling down and stuff like that. Maybe that scared him away. I'm not sure.
That's very possible. And that should have, you should have a discussion with him by saying, look, eventually I do want to have children. I want to have a family. You can even say eventually I would like to have a man like you. But take the pressure off. He might think that you want it like next week.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, I also want to say your show's really good, and it's taken me a long time to get through.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for trying until you got through. Bye-bye. Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Dr. Ruth.
Yes.
Hi, I'm calling from Boston, Mass.
Yes, hi there.
Hi, how are you?
All right.
Okay, I have a simple question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I met a girl about 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
And we're very compatible with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a date for tomorrow evening.
Yes.
But I don't know what to do, but I don't know the exact steps to take about dating her.
Okay, first of all, you are such a lucky man. You live in a great city like Boston.
Thank you.
Do you know what her interests are? Is she a student? How old is she?
She's a graduate. She's 21.
And you?
I'm 22.
Okay, do you know what her major was?
Business, yes.
Business. And yours?
I'm still in school now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Boston University.
What's your major?
Economics.
I'm just trying to find something that would be fun to do. Is there any place? Is she very sportive?
Yes, she is.
She is. Is there a place where you can either dance or roller skate?
Yes.
Do that. And you know what else?
What's that?
Try to go there or to a movie before you eat dinner.
Okay.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because otherwise you sit at dinner and it becomes very, very tense.
Okay.
When blind dates sit at dinner, they don't know each other yet, so it's difficult to talk to each other.
Correct.
So it's much better to do an activity.
Right.
Okay?
Okay, I have one more question for you. I've been trying to date this girl for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I haven't been dating anybody in the past 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I've been trying to contact this girl for 2 years, and she calls me occasionally, says that she wants to get together with me, but she never proves it. She never makes an attempt to see me. But
If she doesn't really make an attempt, but just says it, then she's just spouting off and saying it without meaning it. Because if she really would mean it, she would find the time.
Okay.
Right?
So you think I should forget about her?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Thank you for calling.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And I'll be back to your Calls in just a moment.
Hysterectomy, fibroids, endometriosis, infertility. Words that frighten every woman. And until recently, there was no alternative to losing one's uterus or remaining infertile. Now, in many cases, there may be new hope. Dr. Martin Greenberg, Medical Director of Reproductive Medical Services, a gynecologist and specialist in laser surgery, has shown how laser surgery may offer an option to hysterectomy and a treatment of infertility problems caused by endometriosis, blocked tubes, and scar tissue. While laser surgery is not the answer to every gynecological problem, Dr. Greenberg has shown significant results in treating infertility problems and in many cases eliminating the need for hysterectomy due to fibroid tumors. If you have fibroid tumors or an infertility problem, call Dr. Greenberg's office at Reproductive Medical Services for a consultation. The number is 212-410-6900, and there are 2 convenient offices at Park Avenue in Manhattan and 41st Avenue in Flushing. The call could possibly change your life. Reproductive Medical Services, 212-410-6900.
For healthy fun, there's lots for us to do. For homeless kids, there's special programs too. We learn about the facts of life, the facts of school, the facts of getting jobs and keeping cool. I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. I started out when I was very small, and they're still helping now that I am tall. I learned the way to get along, about fair play. They help me learn to face the world today. I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. I'm really glad they made the Children's Aid Society.
Our telephone number in the United States is 800-635-5483. And for those of you who do not get through tonight, next week I'm going to tape a special program from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and then also I'll be on from 10 to 12 Eastern Time. And the telephone number, toll free, is 1-800-635-5483. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Dr. Ruth.
Yes.
Yes, I'm calling from Thunder Bay, Canada.
Hello there from Canada.
Yes. Well, I've got a problem. I have this friend, and well, his name's Jamie.
Yes.
And he's a homosexual.
Yes.
And over the past little while, he's made advances on me and a couple of my other friends. And I don't know how to handle them. Like,
you are not interested in having a sexual relationship with Jamie?
No.
Then you have to say to him very clear and very nicely, Jamie, I'm not interested. Because otherwise the friendship is going to suffer. Because there will be such tension and such worries about, will he approach me again, will he say something or not. So you have to nicely say, don't hurt his feelings. Just say that you're not interested. Tell me something. Does Jamie know that you're not interested, or not really?
I'm not quite sure. Like he's done it more than once, so I don't think he knows. Like, I consider him a very good friend, but I don't want to hurt him.
Yeah, but there's no other way. In order to keep the relationship, there's no other way but to tell him, Jamie, I want to be your friend, but I don't want to engage in any... You don't even have to say sex. You can say, I don't want to be engaged in any romantic relationship. Then you might make it a little softer by saying, I like you as a friend. Do tell him that you like him as a friend and that you want to keep the relationship, but that you would appreciate if he doesn't make any more advances at you.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you for calling.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, you're on the air. Hello? Hello? We lost this one. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello, Dr. Ruth?
Yes.
Hi, yes, I'm calling from Chicago, Illinois.
Yes.
And I was calling because, okay, like I said, me and my husband, sometimes when we have sex, it goes over. I'm 30 years old, and, you know, we have foreplay and everything, but sometimes while we're having sex, it goes for an extended period of time, and I lose my moisture, and I was wondering if that could, you know, what could be happening, what's happening.
Yeah. Sometimes when intercourse takes too long, most women do lose some of their lubrication. What you could do is, number one, use a lubricant. You can use saliva or you can use a lubricant.
Okay.
And even, how long does intercourse take?
Okay, well, sometimes, you know, like I like the quickies, but sometimes it might take, say, 20 to 30 minutes sometimes before he would ejaculate, you know, and sometimes, like I said, I would lose my moisture when it's for a prolonged period of time.
Right. That happens to a lot of women. And the only thing really to do is to just say, hold on a moment, and use a lubricant. Okay?
Okay, well, I have one more question also. Last year I had a tubal pregnancy, and one of my tubes had to be removed. And, like, we've been married for 4 months, and I was reading a book where they said if you have a tubal pregnancy before, it's more than likely, 9 out of 10 times, you'll have another tubal pregnancy.
Wait, hold it. That's not a question for me.
Oh.
That's a question for your gynecologist. But don't just sit around and worry about it.
Okay.
Call your doctor and ask the question. Okay?
Okay, then.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hello, you're on the air.
Oh, Dr. Ruth?
Yes?
Gee, I've been trying to call for a long time. I'm glad I got a hold of you.
Here you are.
I really like your show.
Thank you.
I'm calling from in Canada.
Yes?
Okay, my question is I've been going out with this girl for just about 2 years.
Yes.
Okay, she's about 26 and 25, and I'm 24.
Mm-hmm.
And just recently she told me that she was bisexual and wanted to have a relationship with another woman while going out with me.
While going out with you?
Right.
And what are your feelings about it? What do you think?
I don't think it's right. But I've been going out with her a long time, and I really love her, but I think it's wrong.
And if you think it's wrong for you, that this is not going to work, you have to say that to her. You have to tell her that you think this is not going to work. You don't want to share her. It's easy to say. It doesn't matter if she says to you that the other person is a woman or a man. What matters to you, and you have to tell her that, is that there is going to be another person.
Okay.
But you have to make it clear to her that would really make you lose the relationship, because you would be so upset. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you for calling.
Bye.
All right. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Ruth. I can't believe I got through to you.
Here you are.
I can't believe I got through to you.
Hello
I'm
there.
calling from South Carolina.
Yes.
And I love your show.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, my fiancé and I, when we have sex, we feel a great sense of relief of tension, or like a cleansing, and I would just like to know what contributes to that. We have no problems whatsoever. We're really happy.
That's right. When you say a cleansing, what do you mean? Do you mean a cleansing in terms of that something got clean, or do you mean what you said before, a tremendous sense of relief and of joy and happiness?
It's a good feeling, yeah. It's just that we both feel like we've both been cleansed of, I don't know, maybe it's like the days, whatever we've done during the day or something. It's a good feeling, but it's a feeling of just being cleansed and relief of tension.
Yeah, I understand the relief of tension, and I understand the exhilaration and the happiness. I'm not exactly clear what you mean by the word cleansiness.
Maybe that's not the right word to use.
That's what I thought, because cleansing, it implies to me as if there was something dirty that had to be cleaned, and that's not what you want to say.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
maybe the terms of exhilarated and feeling good and feeling a relief of tension might be the right way of describing, and there's I can't say why there is such a feeling. I can only say that libido, the sexual drive, is a very strong one. And if you and your fiancé have found ways of relieving this kind of sexual tension, that's terrific.
Okay, is there usually a feeling of relief of tension after climax?
Yes.
Okay, maybe that's what it is. I was just wondering what contributed to that.
What contributes to that is
what
when there is, at the arousal stage, and just before the plateau, before an orgasm, physiologically, all of the whole system is very tense because you build up at a higher and higher level just before the orgasm. And then when you do have an orgasm, the phase afterwards, it's called the resolution phase, is really a phase where after that tension, after that pleasurable experience of an orgasm, things go back to their pre-arousal state, and that's a very good feeling. Okay?
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you for calling.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes?
It's me,
Who is you?
Frank from Staten Island.
Hello there, Frank.
Okay, first of all, is this particular program going to be recorded for future play?
No, we are on live on the air.
I know, but are you going to play it at another time? Because sometimes you record it.
No, but next week I'm going to tape a program which then will be recorded at a later stage.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if this one was. Okay, I know we're almost out of time, so
go ahead.
I got a solution to all these beautiful girls out there who having difficulty achieving orgasm.
Let me hear your solution from Staten Island.
And it's something you don't hear too much about.
Let me hear, Frank.
And that is to masturbate with a vibrator
Yes.
while under the influence of LSD.
Frank, come on.
I'm serious.
Frank, thank you
I know
very
5 girls who did
Frank,
it. They love it.
Frank, let me tell you something. You know very well. You have called me before, right?
I haven't.
Have you ever called me before? No?
I'm glad somebody thinks like I do.
All right, but I want to tell you something. That, first of all, I certainly don't believe in any drug use. I'm not saying that a glass of red wine or a glass of champagne might not be very enjoyable. But anything that has to do with the drugs is just not my area of competence. And there's nothing I can really say to that. Thank you very much for calling, Frank from Staten Island. And I'm going to be back to your calls in just a moment. Dear Dr. Ruth Westheimer, this is from a 48-year-old woman, and she's in her second marriage. And the letter says, we have a pretty good sex life, but I would like to have more foreplay and experience orgasm more often, which I've had only twice in my life. Once with my first husband and once with my present husband. What can I do? Well, the first step you already took because you did write to me. What you have to do is you have a talk with your second husband. One of the things, if it is too difficult to talk to him about it, then maybe you write him a letter. And you have to tell him very openly, I would like to have more foreplay. Because this way it's just too fast and I don't have an orgasm. You can tell him that you heard from me that most women need a longer time to be sexually aroused in order to have an orgasm, and it is very important. The other thing I would say to you, first of all, you could read my book. It's called Dr. Ruth's Guide to Good Sex. It's out in paperback by WYNY Books. And the other one is by Dr. Loni Barbach, Barbach, and it's called For Yourself. Because what you probably have to do first is to experience and learn how to give yourself an orgasm before you can teach your present husband how to pleasure you to orgasm. So this is very important because you shouldn't have only 2 orgasms per marriage or per lifetime. When you know better how to pleasure yourself and how to give yourself an orgasm, then it's easy to use his hand and to show him where you have to be pleasured. Or maybe change the position. Maybe your position is the one that has difficulties for you. In any case, the first step you took. Our telephone number in the United States and Canada is 800-635-5483. And next week, for those of you who don't get through, I will tape a special program from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we'll be also on 10 to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And the same toll-free number, 1-800-635-5483. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Ruth?
Yes?
Yes, I'm a 35-year-old man.
Yes.
And I'm having a hard time with intercourse. I'm going from hard to soft to hard to soft.
Okay. Has that always been, or is it lately?
Just in the last 2 years or so.
Mm-hmm. And have you seen a urologist? A doctor? No. Do that first. Are you married?
No, I'm not.
No. Does it happen with the same woman? Is there any difference when you are with a different woman? Or is it always...
No, not really.
Do you get soft upon penetration or once you are inside the vagina?
Upon penetration.
Okay. Are you ever worried about keeping an erection?
Yes, I am.
Okay. When you try to penetrate, do you think, oh my gosh, I hope I don't lose it?
Sometimes.
Okay, that's already reason enough to lose the erection. But I would say for somebody where it's about 2 years, like in your case, first go and see a urologist to find out if there's anything wrong with the blood flow into the penis or, any other physical reason. If the urologist says to you that everything is all right, then make an appointment with a sex therapist. Because sometimes this kind of what is called anticipatory anxiety, this kind of worry about the erection, is enough to not let you have an erection because sex takes place in the brain. And a thought like that is enough to make you lose your erection.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? But don't just suffer. Do something, okay?
Thanks.
Thank you very much for calling. Bye-bye. Hello, you're on there.
Hello, Dr. Ruth.
Yes?
I'm calling from Indiana.
Yes?
And I have a question. Is it bad to masturbate?
No. Except if you do nothing else. Now, if you would say to me, I'm not eating, I'm not sleeping, I'm not going to school, I'm not working, I don't see any friends, I only masturbate, then I would say go and see a psychiatrist. But if you say that, how often do you masturbate?
Usually about twice a day.
Twice a day. But you also do other things?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You are you in school?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Do you get good grades?
Not really.
Not really? Are there any other problems that you have besides?
Well, I go see a therapist.
Oh, you see a therapist?
Yeah, for school problems and stuff. But
fine.
That's been going on for years.
Mm-hmm. And did you ever discuss the masturbation with the therapist?
Oh, no, he never brought it up.
Mm-hmm. But don't wait for him to bring it up. You bring it up, all right?
Okay, I also have another question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I have a best friend who's my sister's boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And he's 13 and she's 15.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to have sex, but she doesn't. She's afraid.
Okay, I tell you already now that anybody with 13 and 15, in my opinion, and you know I'm old-fashioned and a square, in my opinion, is too young. Tell them, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for calling. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sexually speaking, you're on the air.
Hello, Dr. Ruth?
Yes?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm 18 years old, and I'm a senior in high school this year.
Mm-hmm.
About 8 months ago, I met a guy, and I really liked him a lot, and we kind of fell in love. But before I met him, he had already enlisted into the Army.
Mm-hmm.
And in this August, he left, the 5th. And I found out just recently, before he left, that he had written his ex-girlfriend a letter that said that he loved her and he still missed her. Now, somebody told me this, and I wasn't sure if he really wrote her or not.
Mm-hmm.
But then somebody told me that he did. And
How did that somebody know that he wrote the letter to the ex-girlfriend?
Because that somebody's a friend of the ex-girlfriend.
But and she showed him the letter? She showed him the letter?
Yeah, she showed her the letter, and she told me.
I see, okay.
And so he called me from the Army, and he snuck the phone call. And I asked him about it, and he said that it wasn't true and everything. And then I talked to his sister, and she said it wasn't true. But before I met him, he used to go from girl to girl, and he was really bad. But when he met me, he settled down. He stayed out of trouble. He told me he loved me, and I'm a senior high school, and he wants me to wait for him 2 years till he gets out of the Army. And I'll see him every so often.
What does he say about that letter to the girlfriend?
He denies it. He said that he did not write it. And he said that he thinks somebody's playing a joke on him and wrote it to her. But I think deep down in my heart that he really did write it. And I think that he's just really scared of losing me, and that I honestly think he regrets it.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should wait the 2 years.
Look, I think you can't decide now if you're going to wait 2 years or not. The only thing you can say to yourself, if you really like him, forget about that letter and see what happens in the relationship. You will write to him, he will write to you. Can he come to visit sometimes?
Yeah, I'm going up to see him graduate.
Excellent.
And
then just see what develops. Put that letter behind you.
When I asked him about it when he called me.
I wouldn't ask anymore. Because you already did ask. He says no, so leave it alone.
And he was really upset.
Yeah, so leave it alone because maybe it really isn't true. Maybe it was a story that was made up.
Do you think it would be a mistake for me, because I'm so young, to wait 2 years? Or do you think I should go out and have fun?
I certainly think you should go out and have fun.
With other guys.
And with other guys and other girls. And just see at the same time you can still keep this relationship going and see what happens in 2 years. Okay?
Okay, thanks a lot, Dr. Ruth.
Thank you for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, you are on the air.
Hello, Dr. Ruth.
Yes?
I want to say that I enjoy your show first.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Listen, I was just wondering, I'm 29 years old, okay? And I have this problem meeting girls. I'm not a bad-looking guy, but, I just have a hard time going up and introducing myself. Is there any simple solution?
No, the only thing that you should do is do it a great deal. Go and introduce yourself to a whole bunch of women. Every single day. And you know what will happen? It'll become much easier.
Is that right?
Yes. And then one day you are not going to have any problems talking to women.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Do it,
What
all
it
right?
is, huh?
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Hello, you are on the air.
Hello.
Yes?
Yes, my name is Robert, and I'm calling from Toronto.
Hi there, Robert from Toronto.
Hi. Okay, the one question that I do have is that, okay, I'm in my second marriage, and for some reason, sex doesn't seem to bother me. Like, I can go without it for long periods of time, but it seems to bother my wife.
Yes. When you say you can go without for a long period of time, what is a long period of time?
Couple of weeks.
And you don't masturbate, or you do masturbate?
I do.
Okay. And you do masturbate because it's easier than to sleep with your wife?
Most of the time, yes.
Tell me about lovemaking with your wife. Does it take her a long time to have an orgasm?
No.
No. Do you engage in foreplay?
Yes, we do.
What?
It's just, at times it seems to be boring. It seems like we're doing the same thing over and over again.
Okay, that's something that one can do something about. Do you know the book by Dr. Alex Comfort?
No, I don't.
Go tomorrow and buy it. It's a paperback. It's called The Joy of Sex.
Enjoy sex?
Yeah, The Joy of Sex. And it has fabulous different positions of sex.
Really?
Try all of those, all right? When you finish that book, when you have tried all of those positions, there's another book. It's called More Joy of Sex.
More Joy of Sex.
Also by Dr. Alex Comfort. By the time that you tried all of the positions that are in there, you are going to be the best lover around.
Oh, thanks.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Sexually speaking, you are on the air.
Hello, Dr. Ruth.
Yes?
Yes, I'm calling you from Edmonton. I've got a friend, I'm calling for a friend. She's been sexually assaulted 3 times. It is creating a problem for her and I.
Right, wait. Anybody who has been sexually abused has to see a social worker.
She has been seeing a counselor. Okay, at night, we've slept together quite a bit. I've known her for a good 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And at night, when she's sleeping there, I guess subconsciously, I don't know, but she's like making motions as if she's going through it. And I talked to her in the morning and that about it, and she doesn't...
she makes motions as if she has had an orgasm?
As if she's having intercourse?
Yeah, that's very interesting. You know why?
Why?
Because from research we know that women can have orgasms during an erotic dream. It's not only men who can have a nocturnal emission, an orgasm during the night. A woman can have nocturnal... she can have an orgasm during a dream.
Okay.
So when your friend makes these motions about intercourse, she probably in her mind has intercourse.
Okay. The thing is, her and I have never had intercourse because due to the situation, she's never been able to bring herself to having intercourse.
Mm-hmm.
I myself have never been able to bring her to an orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
Orally.
Yeah.
So, like...
But she can bring herself to orgasm.
Not that I know of.
Now, there is a book by Dr. Loni Barbak. It's called For Yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That teaches women how to have an orgasm. But if that doesn't help, then it's definitely worthwhile to go to see a sex therapist for her.
All right.
And then probably the sex therapist will want to see you for a few sessions too.
Okay.
Just to teach her how to relax, how to give herself permission to have an orgasm.
Yeah, I can see the point there.
Okay?
I love your show.
Thank you.
And I love your books.
Thank you very, very much.
All right, talk to you later.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yes?
This is Ben from Lauderdale, Florida. And I have a question. My wife had just recently left me about 2 weeks ago. And
for another man, or she just left?
See, she's pregnant right now in her 3rd month. And I don't know. I don't know about the 3rd month, but it seems to be a terrible month for women, because I had another woman that was pregnant by me, and her 3rd month was like she flipped out, and she left. I'm sorry. And I was just wondering if it's just a phase that they may go through in their 3rd month or what.
I don't understand that exactly. Explain to me a little bit more. A phase of what?
Well, she just left. She had to get away. She was...
Yeah. She had to find herself?
There you go. Yeah. And I mean, I've been married and I've been going with her for 5 years.
Yeah, but sometimes... Is there another man, you think?
Maybe. I doubt it. Not the way she talks.
And you would like to have her back?
Oh, definitely.
Then you call her and you say that you want to go to see a marriage counselor, a marital therapist. Yes.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for calling.
Have a nice night.
Bye-bye, and I'll be back to your calls in just a moment. This letter is from a 23-year-old woman. I have been married 3.5 months. We are not getting along, and the reason is the fact that he spends too much time with his family. His mother calls every night. Or sometimes after we make love, he'll jump out of bed to call her. I feel that he prefers being with them to me. Dr. Ruth, what should I do? Oh dear, that's really upsetting. First thing, you have to talk to a marital therapist, but fast, because otherwise there's going to be a problem. First of all, his mother should be taught, but not by you. Maybe by a person that you know knows the mother. Maybe there's a priest, maybe there's a rabbi, maybe there's a counselor or somebody who can tell that mother not to call her son every night. And also, somebody has to tell your husband. You know, it even says in the Old Testament that a man should go out and find himself a wife and cleave to her, stay with her. It doesn't say anything about calling his mother every day or for her to call him. So I would say do something about it before that marriage falls to pieces. Maybe you could ask his father to intervene. Tell his father that you really don't like that. That to call twice a week would be enough. And also you have to tell your husband that this makes you feel very angry and not desirable. if he makes love and then immediately gets out of bed and calls his mother, something is wrong here. And this is not just an issue where I would say, hey, wait it out or let it develop or see what happens. You do need help, and you have to get it right now. Thanks a lot for writing. Our telephone number in the United States and Canada is 800-635-5483. And for those of you who didn't get through tonight, I'm going to be taping a special program next Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'll also be doing our regular program from 10 to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And the toll-free number is 1-800-635-5483. That's 1-800-635-5483. And hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, hi, Dr. Ruth. How are you this evening?
Very well, thank you.
Oh, I just want to say I can't believe I got through. I tried a couple times and boom, just like that.
Here you are.
And I really enjoy listening to your show.
Okay.
And I also like your articles in the ski magazine because I'm a skier and my girlfriend is too.
And you know what I say about skiers. Did you ever hear me say that?
Yeah, and it's all
Skiers
true,
make the
too.
best lovers.
Yeah, and it's all true.
Go ahead.
Okay, anyway,
Yes.
I've been going out with my girlfriend
Mhm.
for just about a year now.
Yes.
And we use contraceptives.
Bravo.
And, well, we first started out, I was using a condom.
Mm-hmm.
And that was going okay. And we found that it was kind of getting in the way sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was kind of uncomfortable myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we had a talk, and she went to the doctor, and she decided to go on the pill.
Mhm.
That was okay. But I found now that since she's been on the pill, that as soon as I go inside her, I ejaculate almost right away because it's like I feel her a lot quicker, and I get excited, and all of a sudden it just happens.
But before you were not ejaculating prematurely?
Right, I had no problem. It's weird because it's
But
never
it
happened to
could,
me.
yeah, I tell you something. Did it just happen a few times, or does it happen these days every time?
I would say close to every time. Not all the time, but I would say most of the time.
Okay, and are you prolonging, is foreplay longer now than it used to be, or about the same?
About the same, yeah.
Then I think, observe it a little while longer. And if it's not just a short period of a time which most men go through when they sometimes are premature ejaculating, then go and see a sex therapist because it's easily treatable. Just with a couple of sessions, with some exercise, you can read in the book that I did, which is out in paperback, Dr. Ruth's Guide for Married Lovers. I do have a chapter on premature ejaculation, where I say that what you can do already alone, just to try, is let her stimulate your penis until you feel that premonitory sensation, that moment before ejaculating. When you feel that, tell her to stop. And you probably will lose part of the erection. And then tell her to start again and do that like 2 times. And on the 3rd or on the 4th time, ejaculate. You can also do it. Do you masturbate sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay, do try that when you masturbate. Stimulate yourself. Concentrate into that sensation in the penis in order to recognize that moment before it is too late.
The last time, that we did make love, I really tried to concentrate, but...
Yeah, but you see, sometimes what happens is when you start thinking of other things, then you might lose that concentration.
Yeah.
So that's what a sex therapist does by giving specific advice of what to do at home.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Good luck.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Hello, you're on the air.
Oh, hi, Dr. Ruth.
Hello.
Hi, I'm calling from London, Ontario.
Hi there, from London, Ontario.
Hi. I'm dating a guy who's 20 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're really super affectionate with one another. He spends a lot of time with me. We do a lot of foreplay, but we don't have intercourse. I'm really worried. Do you think it's my age, the age difference?
Wait. That's very difficult for me to say like this over there. How old are you?
I'm 46.
Okay, and he's 26.
Yes, 27 actually.
27. And he engages in foreplay. He brings you to orgasm.
Yes.
Is he worried that you could get pregnant?
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. I just...
What does he say why he doesn't want intercourse?
Well, he doesn't say too much. He stays at my house, but he always sleeps on the Chesterfield. And, at one time, I just wondered if perhaps he was impotent and he's just frightened, to try and have intercourse with...
But wait a moment. When you touch him, he has an erection?
Yes, he does.
And he can ejaculate?
No, he hasn't, as far as,
He has not ejaculated?
No.
And how long have you been together?
Oh, about 6 months.
Okay, then I would say you ought to go with him or send him to a urologist first. And then maybe what you should do is go with him to a sex therapist.
I see.
Because you see, if he doesn't ejaculate at all in your presence, then there might be some other problems.
I see. Oh, well, thank you so much for your help.
You are very welcome.
Thank you.
Good luck. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Hello, you are on the air.
Hi, Dr. Ruth.
Hello.
Hi, I'm calling from New York.
Yes.
I'm 20 and my boyfriend's 26.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about getting married soon, within the next year, maybe 2 years. And we're having a lot of problems with his family, basically his sister and his aunt.
How come?
Well, his parents are both deceased, and they're kind of overprotective. And I don't think they think that I'm good enough for him.
Why? He comes, there's more money in his family than in yours?
No, not at all. There's just, I don't know, I've dealt with his sister. We've, ever since we started going out about 2 years ago, his sister and I, we see each other every day. They live in the same house. I've only met his aunt once. And I guess he thinks that the first impression his aunt got was bad, and it kind of rubbed off onto his sister. I think his sister is maybe, I don't know, maybe she's jealous.
She doesn't have a boyfriend?
No.
How old is she?
She's 28.
Oh, dear. If she's 28 and doesn't have a boyfriend, and if you feel that she's jealous, that's probably the case. But you have to discuss it with your boyfriend. You have to say, look, the two of you have to know what you're doing. Even if his family does not approve. There might be other reasons. Maybe it is what you said, that the aunt thinks that maybe only a princess or a queen of some country is good enough. So you just, instead of letting it bother you, you just have to tell him that you have to make that decision, the two of you. And if that's the decision you have made, that you love each other, that you are going to live with each other, then they have to accept that. Do they talk behind your back about you?
I don't think so. They talk to him about it. They say that, maybe he shouldn't be rushing into this with her, and,
But then he has to say that he's 26 and that he knows what he's doing. And you just stay a little bit out of it. Don't try to win them over. Don't be, don't crawl. Don't make any special effort. Be nice, be yourself. When you see the sister and the aunt, be polite, of course, but don't go out of your way trying to win them over, because that's not going to succeed. Maybe once he has made the decision, then it is very possible, and hopefully
they'll accept me more.
Absolutely. That they're going to say, in order not to lose him, that they better, play ball with the decision that he made. But you don't go out of your way and try to show them what a wonderful person you are. He already knows that you are a wonderful person, otherwise he wouldn't have chosen you. And don't make his life difficult about it either. After all, he doesn't have parents, And that's already difficult enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so don't make his life even more difficult by talking too much about it.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it alone. Have a good time with him. You know what you also could do? You should try to develop as many friends as possible. So that the two of you kind of create your own family, your own social life.
Well, I have a rather large family, and they all accept him. They all love him.
They all love him?
Yeah.
Terrific. Also, create some friends so that you people have some people that you have kind of chosen, the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay. I love your show.
Thank you very, very much, and a lot of good luck to that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, bye-bye. You see, sometimes what happens is that when a woman like this last caller, when she tries too hard of being accepted, it kind of doesn't work, because then that other person who maybe unjustifiedly doesn't welcome a person into the family, then they feel even worse, because then they feel guilty. Because if she brings flowers or chocolate or anything like that, then they feel guilty that they feel that way about that person. And this program is called Sexually Speaking. I'm Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Philip, for being in the studio. And thank you, Susan Brown, the best producer in the entire world.